The 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, for me, seemed to launch this sort of new era of life hacking and efficiency, and how can you get the greatest output with the least input, right? And I'm a huge fan of Tim Ferriss, uh, read all his books and listened to his podcast and everything. But I think that I'm questioning that sort of what it has led to. And if you look online, looking on Twitter or LinkedIn and YouTube and seeing how many people are making content and selling books and courses and programs that are all about hacks of some kind, right? Like shortcuts. Let's call it what they are, shortcuts, right? Trying to take shortcuts to whatever the desired outcome is, building a business, building an online following, ultimately making money. A lot of them are focused on. And in this video, I'm going to investigate a bit more about this whole phenomenon and where I think it's good and where I think it's actually like hurting a lot of people and not really helping the world, basically. Of course, a shortcut is the most appealing thing there is, right? A quick fix, right? Why spend a lot of time and work on something if you could spend less on it, right? It's obvious why it's so appealing. And now what we're seeing, and a big reason I'm making this video, is because of the emergence of the AI tools, right? And I use them every day, so I'm really into them. But I'm seeing that the effect is that they're appealing to the lazy part of us, right? The part that wants the quick fix and wants to put in less work and time. And so people are just using it and typing something in a ChatGPT and then copying and paste what it wrote and using that instead of writing something themselves, right? And so this is going to increase this whole quick fix shortcut thing, right? Because now a lot of people are making content and selling educational programs or courses about how to prompt the AI to create whatever outcome. In other words, a quick fix, right? Instead of writing something yourself or building whatever the thing is, you're going to just have to write a prompt, or not even write a prompt, copy a prompt from whatever this thing you buy or from what you see online, copy the prompt and just put it into an AI tool and then take what it gives you and you're done, right? So that's the cup of noodles approach, right? Where you just, instead of making noodles and soup and whatnot, you just boil water and pour that into the cup of noodles and you're done, right? You got the soup. So people are taking this approach with AI, and it's only going to increase as more people get into the AI tools and the AI tools get easier to use and better. It's going to compound and explode even more than it has already. And it's already exploded, right? ChatGPT was the fastest app to 100 million users ever, right? It's already exploded. And I've certainly, like I said, I'm using the AI tools every day. I read the 4 Hour Work Week a long time ago when it first came out, and read all Tim Ferriss' books and into all that sort of life hacking, and tried a bunch of stuff in his books, like the 4 Hour Body, which was all about the physical hacks on body and health and all that. And I tried a bunch of that stuff, and some of it worked very well. But what I think has gotten watered down basically is that if you, for example, read the 4 Hour Body, anything that Tim Ferriss does, he is getting it from masters of the craft, right? He's getting it from what he puts in the books and what he tries himself. He's getting from masters who have spent years and years developing their skills and abilities to do whatever the thing is. And it then results in this shorter, more efficient way to do it. But when we just water down and just cherry pick whatever that efficient framework is, but we're missing the development of the craft that all these masters did, it's not necessarily going to have the same effects. And I think you're seeing that with the explosion of this kind of content and education about how to hack stuff. And then, for example, this is on YouTube, and you know how to hack the algorithm and make content that fits the algorithm. And you can obviously look for courses and education about how to succeed on YouTube or online or build a business online, right? And there's all these frameworks and et cetera, et cetera. But to just take a framework, you're missing all the craft, right? You're missing all the skills that actually result in that framework being effective, right? So my background's in the film industry. I was a screenwriter and director. And for screenwriting, there's a lot of screenwriting books, right? And I read a bunch of them. And it's not that they're wrong. It's just that it's like the framework. But if you're missing the storytelling skills, the framework itself doesn't turn into a great screenplay, doesn't turn into a great movie, right? It becomes almost like filling in the blanks of first the character is in their normal world and something's not right about it, right? They're unhappy in some way or something's not working. And then there's an inciting incident, right? And the story kicks off and yada, yada, yada. You've seen movies. But the point is you just fill in the framework. It doesn't really make a great movie. And that's why a lot of professional screenwriters warn about reading screenwriting books or following them too closely because they can lead to just mediocre screenplays, right? And same thing as with all these other types of frameworks and formulas that you're seeing online. And I tried it in screenwriting. Like when I first started, I read the books and tried to just fill it out and using the frameworks in me writing great screenplays. It wasn't until I moved beyond. It wasn't until I developed the skill and the craft itself. I still would use the framework, but I developed the skill and the craft to actually make it good. And I tried the same thing with online content and trying to figure out what's the right way to do this and what's the strategy and how do I hack the algorithm. And I'm on Instagram posting a reel and a carousel and a static post and doing stories and commenting on other people's things and lives and blah, 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 blah. And first of all, hating every minute of it, right? Because I'm like just trying to follow these formulas and not really putting my own voice or style into it. And then it wasn't even effective, right? Because there wasn't anything that was catching people's attention because I wasn't doing anything particularly unique or skillful, right? And that's the point, right? Is that these tricks, shortcuts, hacks, formulas, and frameworks are not wrong. They are actually right and effective, but only if used in conjunction with skill and craft and in a unique way that's only yours, right? And the thing about developing your own unique style and your skills and craft is there aren't shortcuts to that. To become great at something, it takes a while. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it all, right? Because I'm not selling you anything. And that's the difference. If you are all these people that are promoting the hacks and the frameworks and all that, they're selling them to you. In some way, they're selling them to you. Even if it's free content online, they're selling to you because they are trying to build a following and then sell you something, right? So the point is, again, not that it's what they're selling is wrong or fake or malicious or deceitful. Those are frameworks that they used and were successful. It's just that they also built up the skill and the craft to make them effective, right? And so the message I want to give here is to really start putting in your own work into developing your skills and your unique style, right? And you've heard the Malcolm Gladwell thing about 10,000 hours, right? Taking 10,000 hours to become great at something. So do the math on that, right? It takes a while. It's not like you're just going to pull something off the internet and become great at it because you use that magic formula or that magic framework, right? And believe me, I tried to do this a lot. I spent over $20,000 on various courses and coaching programs and tried to implement them, not to mention all the books and podcasts that I've consumed and content on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and trying to apply them. And again, it's not like it's worthwhile. it can be worthwhile to take some of this and apply some of it and learn from it, but it doesn't replace you developing your own skills and craft, right? And emphasize that it's a long game, and but you got to put in the reps, right? And for example, these videos, like the video you're watching, if you look on my channel, I've been making these every day for about 45 days. It's about day 45, and just making a video every day. The first 30 days, I just had a basic idea and would talk. Now I'm working with an outline, but it's still, I'm not planning a perfect video. It's just me talking. As you can see, this is not great production value. I need to get like a light on my face. I have just the lamp from hanging from the ceiling that's on, and I don't think that's really lighting my face. It's more like lighting the top of my head so you can see. I'm just trying to accentuate how bald I am. No. Point is, these are not videos. They're not according to the framework or the formulas that I'm supposed to be using for YouTube, right? If you look those up to succeed on YouTube, right? And the point is that I'm just trying to develop my own skill and craft in making these videos, and then I'll apply the frameworks, right? So obviously there's validity to these frameworks that have been developed for YouTube videos in terms of what catches people's attention up top, a good hook, and then how to keep their attention so they watch the whole video. And then if they watch the whole video, the algorithm sees that people watch the video more, and then they promote it to more people, right? So there's validity to the frameworks and the structures that work well for that. But until I've developed my own skill and craft, and then I can fill it with great information, great value, and also just great delivery myself, then I'll institute those frameworks to hopefully take these videos to the next level, right? But first, I'm just putting in the reps and developing my skill at making these, right? Without the frameworks, right? Develop my own unique voice and style, which is what's important in order to create great work and in order to stand out. And so I'm going to wrap up the video here by saying this hack culture, the shortcut culture, is expanding faster and faster with AI, right? So it's getting bigger and bigger. So more and more people and more content and art and businesses and everything is going to be utilizing these shortcuts, utilizing AI, trying to do as little work as possible and putting as little human work as possible and putting it more on the AI. And in this world, having fundamental skills like writing, storytelling, etc., speaking are going to be a competitive advantage, right? Human skills, things that only humans can do, speaking, interacting with other humans, creativity, human creativity, something that you created from yourself that's not following any kind of framework or formula, but something unique to you that has human resonance, that has human emotion, that has empathy, right? This kind of stuff is going to be a competitive advantage because everyone else can be using AI and formulas and frameworks, right? Develop your own creativity, your own creative skills, your own ability to make something unique, right? Whether that's writing it, whether it's speaking it, or whether it's art, whether it's just a service business that only humans can do, right? Has some component of human interaction and human emotion and empathy, and build that. Again, like I'm making these videos every day, just do something every day, like working out, like getting in shape, build those creative muscles consistently and just get better at it and develop your own unique style and voice, and trust that is going to be your unique competitive advantage in the long run when this world gets just overrun with a content and frameworks which are everywhere, and everyone's taking the greatest shortcut they can, the biggest shortcut they can. Keep working on it. It takes time and work. Don't take shortcuts when it comes to developing your own work, your own skill and craft, because otherwise you won't develop any unique skills and a unique voice and a unique style. and then you're going to be replaced by AI. Just being real. You're going to be replaced by AI unless you develop your own unique skills and style that cannot be replaced by AI. Thanks for watching. Tune back in tomorrow for the next video. I'm making these every day, and come along with me on this journey to become the creative forces that we all have the potential to be and stand out in a shortcut, crazy, and AI-dominated world. Thanks for watching. Bye.